What 10,000 Angels Teaches About Masculinity, December 12, 2024. After deconstructing the world and trying to rebuild it in our own image, we humans are starting to realize that some of those leftover parts and pieces might actually be more important than we first thought. Masculinity in particular has received such attention, as it became clear we had no idea what to do with men after spending so much time pushing feminism's goals. So, masculinity is having a resurgence of sorts as countless online gurus court the hearts of young men with their message of what it means to be a man. But as the Jordan Peterson, Andrew Tate Rivellino types, and guru-adjacent types like Joe Rogan and Chris Williamson all offer visions of what masculinity can be, we have the ultimate answer. Masculinity finds its perfect embodiment in the life of Jesus Christ. However, we can't just say that, we have to get specific. And it's in the specifics that this often gets mixed up. The reason many Christian young men are turning to the gurus is because they were either never given any direction about how to be men, or because the version of Christ-like masculinity they were taught proved to not be masculine at all. Jesus has been recast as a yes man, a leader who doesn't actually lead, but rather just makes suggestions about how your life could be better and hopes you listen. His Sermon on the Mount has been reconfigured to condemn and contradict the great masculine men of old, such as Joshua and David. The way of the cross has come to mean being a lovable loser, doing the "this is fine" meme as the world burns down around you. On the other side of the coin, we join up with C.S. Lewis's fire department and warn against the excesses of strength and decisiveness, making any outward manifestation of God-given masculine traits worthy of suspicion. Yes, God says the husband is the head of the home, but that doesn't mean... In this feminist-indoctrinated world, many are starting to see right through that. Telling caged young men that words like power, strength, and winning are evil doesn't help them, because it isn't true. For this reason, some, under the impression that this is all Christianity has to offer men, have assumed it to be a flawed religion. And this critique goes all the way back to Friedrich Nietzsche, who said, "Assuming that the violated, the oppressed, the suffering, unfree, unsure of themselves, and tired should moralize, what would their moral valuations have in common? Probably a pessimistic suspicion towards the whole human condition would find expression, perhaps a condemnation of man together with his condition. The slave looks at the virtues of the powerful with resentment. He has skepticism and mistrust. He has refinement of mistrust toward every good that is honored there. He would like to convince himself that happiness is not even genuine there. Though I have many fundamental disagreements with the French philosopher, he has a point here. Weakness for the sake of weakness is not a virtue." So the Nietzschean critique set against the soft masculinity preached today results in a false choice in which masculinity is either an unbridled self-fulfillment or a caged, feckless yes-ma'amism. In other words, it looks something like this. See the site for a meme of motorcycle riders versus scooter riders. We don't have to accept a "nobody can tell me what to do" machismo, or a wimpy, butt-of-the-joke, perfectly safe masculinity. Looking at the different facets of Jesus' character sets us straight on this issue. There's no better embodiment of this than the words we often sing, drawn from Christ's words in Matthew 26:53. He could have called 10,000 angels to destroy the world and set him free. He could have called 10,000 angels, but he died alone for you and me. Jesus was not a limp-wristed scooter rider who came to get stuffed in a locker. As he said in John 18, nobody could take his life from him. At any point he had the power to call legions of angels to end his suffering. He had that power before the cross, and after the cross he proclaimed, "All authority has been given to me in heaven and on earth." At the same time, neither was he the meme's self-willed tough guy or Nietzsche's Übermensch. He emptied himself, learning obedience from the things he suffered. He did exactly what the Father commanded. This is the model we must teach our men today. We need men who are strong, competent, and decisive, while at the same time self-disciplined, loving, and considerate of others. The Christ-like man is neither the free bird nor the caged rabbit as the meme depicts. He must be a creature capable of powerful accomplishments, yet under control. Sacrifice isn't sacrifice if you don't have the option to choose another way. So we need men strong enough to have a choice, and virtuous enough to choose sacrifice. We need men discipled to live by the ethic found in the chorus of 10,000 Angels. Thanks for listening. Join the email list at jackwilkie.co to get all the latest, and subscribe to the Church Reset podcast feed on whatever podcast app you use, or even YouTube, to get audio editions of all the articles and videos delivered straight to your phone. To become a supporting listener, again go to jackwilkie.co, where you can become a monthly or annual supporter. If you enjoyed this article, one of the best ways to support my work is by sharing it with others, whether via the podcast feed or by sharing the link via email or social media from the site jackwilkie.co. Thanks again.